It's October, friends. This is the month where we celebrate all the creepy crawlies and things that go bump in the night. With Halloween just around the corner, I have picked out some great interviews to help us celebrate October and Halloween. I hope you enjoy my spooky selection. Welcome back to my animal education series. Today I'm at the Ross Park Zoo in Binghamton, New York with Melissa. Hello.
Hi, Cole.
What kind of owl do we have here?
So this is called a barred owl. Not to be confused with barn owl. Usually when I say that, people think it's barn, not barred. So it's a barred owl, and they're called barred owls because if you look at her tummy, she actually has vertical stripes up and down on her belly that look like bars.
I love the coloration of this bird. How does that help them out in the wild?
So these birds are amazing at camouflage. If you look at her back, and like you said, it's really nice. It actually looks a lot like the bark of a tree. So during the daytime when these guys aren't very active, they'll sit up in the tree, turn their back facing out, and they just look like a lump, growth on the tree.
What kind of prey do they eat out in the wild, and how do they hunt their prey?
So these guys are nocturnal hunters, and they are most active right around dusk. What they'll do is they'll actually perch up in the tree and look out over an area, and they're looking and listening for their prey. So they're definitely stealth hunters. You know, they will sit and wait, and as soon as they see something, they'll swoop down very quietly. Owls are amazing silent hunters. The wind passes right through their wings, and they hardly make any sound at all. So they really do catch their prey by surprise. And some of the more common things that they eat are things like definitely rodents. Rodents, moles, voles, chipmunks, squirrels. Sometimes they'll also eat rabbits. And they've also been known to fish as well. Fishing and wading in the water and catching crayfish and things like that.
So they have a very varied diet.
They do. They definitely do. They have a varied diet, but they are carnivores. Very strict carnivores. They really only eat meat.
What do you feed them here? And do you offer them the same or a close varied diet?
We do. We're kind of limited on some of the some things that we can feed them, but we do definitely feed them a strictly meat diet. We mainly feed them things like mice, and of course we do add some vitamins here and there just to make sure that they're getting all their essential nutrients.
I see that they have really big eyes. How does that help them, especially being nocturnal? Does that help them see their prey?
Absolutely, and that's the main reason they have large eyes. Their eyes are so big so they can absorb more sunlight, or more light, not sunlight obviously because they're nocturnal hunters, but more light into the eye. In fact, their eyes are so large, they cannot move their eyes around in their eye sockets. So that's the main reason why owls have such a flexible rotation of their neck.
Here's the rotation of their neck. How do they move their neck around? I've heard that they can turn the neck completely around.
So it's not a total 360 rotation. They have about a 270-degree rotation, and what enables them to do that is, I encourage your viewers to definitely check out diagrams of owl anatomy. I can only explain it, but they actually have more vertebrae in their neck than we do, which enables for more flexibility in that rotation.
What kind of environment do you give them here to make it more like their natural environment?
So we give them lots of natural things, branches to perch on, and that helps them to naturally wear down their talons because, of course, in the wild they'd be flying through brush and perching on natural trees and things like that. So we help to give them that natural stuff to perch on, but we can't make it too like her natural environment in captivity because Uno here is actually not fully flighted, so we can't give her lots and lots of space. She just wouldn't utilize it because she only has one wing.
Mm-hmm. I saw before this that she only had one wing. Mm-hmm. How did that happen?
So Uno is what we call a non-releasable rehabbed bird. She was found on the side of the road. Sadly, she probably got hit by a car. It does happen very often, and they decided because her wing was so badly damaged to amputate it, just like they do in humans. It was kind of that bad, so it's not an easy fix. Wings are very delicate, so it was was really the better decision to amputate it. Otherwise, her wing would have just kind of hung at her side and kind of dragged her down, even when she was perching.
Going back to the talons, how do the talons help catch their prey and grab onto branches?
So their talons are situated where they have 2 in front and 2 behind. So they have a really good grasping mechanism in their talons. That, you know, having the two in front and 2 behind, you know, allows them to scoop their prey up, and they're so sharp they just squeeze, and that's kind of it for the prey.
It's very fast.
Very, very fast. Yep. And then what they'll do is they'll usually take their prey somewhere safe, either to their nest or to a tree branch, and they'll actually stash their prey. They won't eat it right away. They'll kind of hang on to it for a bit until they get hungry, and then they'll go to it.
Like humans with a fridge.
Yep, exactly.
What kind of nest do these owls make?
So,
or in, like, what kind of trees? Where at either?
They do prefer forested areas away from humans. They're more commonly found in pretty thick forests and around water sources. Like I mentioned before, these guys they've been known to go fishing and wade in water and catch crayfish. So they're definitely woodland water owls, definitely.
Well, thank you, Melissa, for telling us a lot about these birds. And if you guys enjoyed the series, leave a big like down below, comment, subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you next week.